Well, in today's video, we got this technically a Pac-Man unit with a Miss Pac-Man light up LED marquee. And we're going to turn it number one from a 1-player unit into a 2-player unit. And then we're going to wind up gutting it and putting this Pandora's box inside of this unit. The problem that we have right now was that this is actually a vertical screen and not a horizontal screen. So of course, when we first turn on the screen, you're going to notice that everything's going to be coming up sideways for the most part. So what we're going to do is just actually flip this same screen that we have inside of here instead of actually buying and upgrading it to a new monitor. So here we go, I'm going to show you what we're talking about. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do before you even start to do all this is lay the arcade one up on its side. Unscrew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws and just take off this one side. After you take off this one side right here, it's easy to lift this up, screw off the other 4 screws on the back of your monitor, and remove the arcade one up screen from the back. We went on ahead and we pulled out the screen. We already got our LCD digitizer board on the back of it. So the next thing we're getting ready to do is lay this on its front. We're going to wind up taking off the plexiglass cover that's covering up your LCD. Once you got those screws out, the next thing you want to do is take the plexiglass and lift it off the top of your LCD. And now you're going to have 8 more screws behind your plastic cover. You're going to want to take those off next. And now once you have all those screws out, you should be able to just simply take the LCD from behind the wood. And there goes your arcade one-up monitor right there. What we're getting ready to do now is flip it so it's this way inside the machine instead of standing up that way in the machine. Okay, so we got everything sitting down upstairs now. We're going to lay it down, and then we have this one side that's currently going to be about a little under 18 3/4. What we're going to wind up doing is cutting this long way down to actually 18 inches. So that's the exact same length that we're looking at up here. We're at 18 inches that way. And we want to match that back out. So we're going to take this side that's right here. That's at 18 and almost 3/4. We're going to cut it down to 18 inches and we're going to use the longer side to cut it down. Don't cut down the flat side, the thinner side. Cut down the wider side if you want to line up centrally inside your arcade one-up machine. And of course, you all know I should be using some kind of vise or something to cut this, but one quick slice. We'll see if we get it to work right. The good old skill saw. Here we go. that's good enough. What y'all think? Alright, so there we go. Here's the last and hardest part that you're gonna have to do, and then involve the plexiglass. So now that you've actually flipped this, it's not gonna stay centered to the screen the way you need it. So you're gonna need to cut at least from 1/2 inch to 1 inch off of this side right here. Now in the end, it all matters to you on what your personal preference is, on how much wood you want shown on each side. For me, I'm just trying to make this as a machine to get up and go. So I'm gonna take it off about 1 inch off this side, put it back in, and we're gonna call it a day. Alright, so check it out. We got the monitor right there. We got the piece that we cut right there. We got the bezel that we goobered all up, but we'll make it look pretty in the end to the one up. Never do that again. So now what you want to do is you want to take your screen and you want to make sure that she's going to actually fit on the inside of what you just cut. I'm touching my screen. I shouldn't be doing all that, but this is a video on the fly real quick. Boom, perfect fit just like before. And now we're going to be able to have our arcade one up going sideways on our LCD in this direction. So now we got the screen in. The next thing we're going to do, I wish I wouldn't have touched the screen right there. It is what it is. It's all good. But the next thing we're getting ready to do is take our bezel that we boogered up, slap her up right there. Your holes on the right, if you only cut from the left side, your holes on the right should still align where you originally had them at. So you only need to make new holes on your left. Get that done. Just going ahead and screw it back in. Since we already got the arcade one up still on its side, I'm just gonna go on ahead now, take the monitor and slap her back in. There you go. So now that we have all that put together, what we're going to do now is just go ahead and screw all this back down and plug everything back together. I don't recommend using power tools to do this because you don't want to splinter or hurt your wood, but it is what it is. Now we can actually go on ahead and stand the one up back up. Got the screws in there. Actually, before we do that, so now that the one up screen is all the way back in, what you are going to have to do is re-screw those back in to make sure you secure your monitor back into your arcade cab. Bad part about this is you're not going to have pre-drilled holes anymore. So we're getting ready to see exactly how good or bad this is actually going to work, trying to put these in. Alright, so now she's fully back in. Let's stand her up and see how it goes.